Hi, y'all. Long time no see. I think it's been like 5 weeks since my last stream. Uh, so I think I mentioned in my previous stream that I was heading to Japan for a few weeks. And that trip was really fun. Um, my mind is a bit of a mess this morning because I've found that a lot of my stream setup wasn't working, and so I've been trying to fix it the past half hour. Um, I'm on Fedora Linux, and there was a major update while I was gone, and I decided to do install that last week, and I'm now finding that there's a lot of stuff that's not working. Um, I think I've got everything working except my Stream Deck is not currently um, the VTube Studio plugin is not working, so I can't do any of my model automation um, from the Steam Deck currently. Stream Deck currently. There we go. Uh, yeah, I have both the Steam Deck and the Stream Deck, and then the names are just too similar. Anyway, um, so yeah, I had a really fun time in Japan. We cruised around. Uh, we left Tokyo, Yokohama, technically, uh, on the April the 19th, and then we went to Nagasaki, um, the island of Jeju, which is part of South Korea, and then up to Hokkaido for a few stops. Uh, Hakodate, Muroran, which is kind of a smaller village, and Aomori. And then we went back to Yokohama, and we spent about 10 days in and around Tokyo. Got to get some really good pictures of Mount Fuji. Uh, we got there just in time too. So we took um, a bus out of Shinjuku, which went over to the lake uh, Kawaguchiko, I think it was, and yeah, Kawaguchiko, and we got there. What time was it? I think it was about 10 or 11. But there were some clouds behind Fuji, but it wasn't covering Fuji just yet. Um, and we got off the bus near the Chureito Pagoda, not near the lake at all. Um, and there climbing up to that pagoda is quite the trek. But it was worth it. The one thing we didn't do was go all the way up to the little cliffside, um, up up and behind the pagoda for the photo opportunity because there's a huge line to go up there and take like selfies and things. But the the pagoda is a lot smaller than it seems from all the pictures because of course everyone's taking pictures of it with Fuji in the background from the cliffside up above, and so you're only really seeing the top of this tiny pagoda, and so it feels like it goes down much farther, but um, it was also quite fun. There were some gashapon machines uh, up there by the pagoda, and so I got some. Supposedly they're exclusive stuff, and I got one that has it's an acrylic little stand piece. It comes with a few pieces. There's like Fuji, the pagoda, and a tree, and depending on which one you get, it's a different season. And I got autumn, so it's a really nice like red leaves tree, um, and it's really cute. I also got some other cool gashapon stuff in, where was I? Was I in Akihabara? Or yeah, I think it was Akihabara, but I found some Monster Hunter, gashapon, and I got a couple that are really cute of the, Palico in the starting that cute starting gear that you have in, Monster Hunter Wilds. And, there was another one where you could get a monster that was, trapped and tranquilized in, like, a pitfall trap, and I was hoping for either, uh, Zenogre or Nargacuga, and I did get Nargacuga. It was, they were the variants, so it was, Stygian Zenogre and, I think it's Lucent Nargacuga, yeah. Uh, let's see, what else did we do? So I went to a lot of the book offs and other, like, used book and game stores. Excuse me. Need to make sure I drink water. Um, yeah, so I managed to get quite a bit of my Monster Hunter, Japanese releases collection, completed. Hey, Lyra, how are you? I don't know if you've heard, but I'm having computer troubles today. Uh, I got almost everything working except my Stream Deck. I cannot control the VTube Studio plugin is, not working at the moment. So yeah, I've had a rather hectic morning. Doing great. Found out why my skirt didn't fit past my hip easily. Oh, how come? Yeah, so, um, I think it's mostly because, so Fedora Linux, had a major update while I was gone in Japan, and then when I came back, I felt like it was, long enough to be, like, bug free, and so far it has been. So I upgraded to Fedora 44. But the major issue is that, my stream setup is a little bit, delicate, so I had to make sure all the settings were updated, and I realized I hadn't, made sure that I could capture Minecraft, and, I can now, but I had to, change how I installed, Prism Launcher, and it's just a mess. But I think I've got almost everything working except for whatever reason, the VTube Studio plugin for my Stream Deck is not working. Invisible zipper on the side. Oh, yeah. So now it fits okay? Get another sip of water here. Fit okay before, just putting it on took a minute or two of pulling delicately. Oh, yeah, yeah. Um, I definitely have a few pieces of clothing that even with the zipper or whatever down, it's like, okay, let's try not to rip it because of my hips or my shoulders. Just gotta work for that fashion. It's like art is suffering or whatever you say. But yeah, I think with the VTube Studio plugin, the issue was, with the so I don't know if you're familiar with how Windows programs can be run on Linux through this sort of, translation layer called Wine. And then Valve took that and created Proton to help run Steam games in Linux pretty seamlessly. But somewhere in the update, the sort of system wine installation, which I don't really use explicitly because I just run everything through Steam and Proton, it got uninstalled. And I think the VTube Studio plugin is one of the official plugins from the normal Stream Deck plugin set that runs on Windows. So in order for the Open Deck program, which I use on Linux, to work with those plugins, I guess it uses Wine in the back. And so I looked at the logs and I found, oh, it can't find Wine. So I reinstalled Wine, but it's still giving me trouble. It won't connect to VTube Studio, so I just have to work a bit harder on figuring that out uh, a bit later, after stream maybe. Also have been thinking of getting back to deving that game I was working on for a bit. Nice. Uh, I'd definitely be interested to see some of that. That was the um, Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter like you were talking about, or a different one? Show it on stream. Oh, I hope you do. Oh, another problem I was running into. Yeah, top-down multiplayer Monhan-like based on an old unfinished game of mine. Nice. Sounds exciting. But yeah, another issue I was running into was for some reason my model was like quivering a little bit. Um something was off in like the connection to the iPhone or whatever that was giving the facial um data from the camera, and it was specifically my lips, so I just looked like I was like a moments before crying or something. But after uh reinstalling Wine and trying to get the VTuber plugin started again, a whole bunch of everything started breaking, so I just restarted the whole computer and now it seems to be fixed. Just doing the art makes you want to die. Yeah. Um, I don't know if you have the same issue I have when I try to do something sort of artistic and creative through like drawing programs or 3D programs where I'm just never satisfied and I always just want to throw out everything I've worked on so far and just start from scratch, and I'm never happy. Just the perfectionist in me. Uh, oh yeah, my eyes sometimes do that. Yeah. Technology is fun. It kind of more like just want to work on the code. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Code is just a lot more fun, I guess, and rewarding. Uh, I think for me at least, it's like because I can make changes and um, then when I test those changes, I know whether it's working or not. And I feel like it's a bit easier to be like, oh, well, it's not quite working how I expect, so let me change it this way. Whereas with the art, I don't have as much maybe experience, so I'm like, oh, this isn't quite right, but I don't know how to fix it. And so that frustrates me. But if I actually put in the work and practiced, I'd probably get better at the art part. But ADHD, what are you gonna do? I want that instant gratification. Oh yeah, so I was talking about what I was doing in Japan. So, um, I went to a bunch of used bookstores and video game stores and things. I picked up some cool books. Some that series that I've already been collecting, and some new stuff. Specifically, Yotsubato. Um, I've had like the first 15 volumes for a while, and volume 16 just came out like actually I think it was a year ago, but I haven't bought it because of the expensive shipping and everything just made it not worth ordering it uh, from Japan. So it was a lot cheaper to just buy it in Japan and then bring it back in my luggage. Um, and then I got quite a bit more of my Monster Hunter collection uh, finished. I know I showed you some of it, Lyra. But I I think I only have what is it? Monster Hunter Portable for the PSP. I did find a copy in Japan, but I didn't end up buying it because it's in the what store was it? It was Surugaya in Akihabara, and their video game section is down in the basement, and it was really cramped. There was a lot of kind of cramped spaces in Japan, but it was a warm day, and there wasn't much air circulation down there in the basement, and there was a long line at the cashier. So I just decided I want to get out of this basement. I don't want Monster Hunter Portable right now that badly. I'll just order it like online later or something. Um, Ordering the video games isn't too bad on eBay usually. Basement Hunter Portable, yes. Um, but yeah, so I was looking out for the 3DS games specifically, and then the Wii and Wii U games, because I didn't have any of those. And each day we kind of went to a different section of Tokyo, and so there was usually like a book off or something there, and I would go in and look, and they would have like one or two of the games I was looking for, and so I'd buy them. And then the next day, oh, I found another one or two, and then the next day I found another one or two, and then finally I went to I think it was the Shinjuku location. I sort of went off on my own instead of dragging along my grandma, since um she was just mostly gonna wait outside while I shopped anyway. So I figured, she could go off and check out her own sort of thing for the day, and I would go running around to different stores and sort of finish up my shopping for the trip. And the Shinjuku location of Book Off had a million copies of each of the games I was looking for, almost all of them. But it was like, oh, I could have just bought them all in one location instead of running around. It was funny. But yeah, so I now have Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii. I was not able to find Monster Hunter G, the Wii version, um, unfortunately, but that's easy enough to pick up on eBay. And then I bought every 3DS game except Stories. I don't know why I didn't decide to pick it up. Um, I think I was thinking, oh, I'll just be playing that on PC anyway, but I mean, for the collection, for the purposes of the collection, I should really just get it. And it was cheap enough. I just didn't pick it up. But that's also easy enough to get on eBay. Um, so yeah, for the 3DS, I got 3G, 4, 4G, Cross, Double Cross, and I think this was the most expensive game I bought actually. Monster Hunter Diaries Sunsnug Isle Village Deluxe, which was originally a PSP game. And the 3DS version is like the definitive edition, I think. Because I think there was like an enhanced version on PSP as well. And then later they released the 3DS version. And then I also picked up Shin Megami Tensei 4 and its sequel on 3DS. Let's see here. What else did I pick up? Um, oh yeah, I have my books down here. Let's see here. There we go. Um, oh yeah, so one of the bookstores I went to had like a some shelves set up for like, oh, here's our top picks for mystery or whatever for a couple different genres, and I picked up the number one they had for I think it was suspense. I forget if they said suspense or mystery. But it's called Labyrinth of Hortensia and the Minotaur. It actually has an English sort of title on the front, but in Japanese it's Ichijigen no what is that? Sashiki? It's like one-dimensional um what is that? I think that's like to insert something like a cartridge. Uh yeah, I'll have to look up exactly what that kind of translates to, but the English title they gave it is pretty cool. I found this manga that looked interesting, um, and I bought the first couple volumes, and they came with like bonus. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know for sure, but they look like postcard kind of things. Maybe they're not postcards, but they're that size, and they've got like an illustration on them. But it's called Yuri Yuri Panic. Let's see here. I also got a manga introduction to mahjong. Uh, I just thought it looked cute, and I like playing mahjong. So, let's see here, what else? Oh yeah, this other one that looked interesting called Futari Escape. So it's like let's escape together sort of thing. It's another Yuri manga. I got volume one of uh Apothecary Diaries. I got two more volumes of the what is it called? 12 Kingdoms. Um, Still collecting more of that to read the whole thing. I had found I think it was the most recent four volumes at the book off here in Arizona. Um, a few months back, so slowly building up my collection of that. I bought volume two of Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. Um, I haven't read the original Sword Art Online, and the anime I kind of bounced off of after a couple episodes. But Gun Gale Online, which is actually written by a different author, it's oh, what's his name? Keiichi Sigsawa. That's right. The author of Kino's Journey. Uh, I really, I just really like that sort of spin-off. Yeah, I heard it's quite bad. Yeah. If you want a concept like that, definitely read slash watch Shangri-La Frontier. Yeah, I did watch a few episodes of Shangri-La, and I really liked it. So I'm definitely going back to that. Let's see here. Volume two of Ascendance of a Bookworm. Oh yeah, I found this. The manga is also absolutely great. Yeah. I've heard that, and I'm definitely gonna check it out at some point. Um, Next anime season will be most people's favorite arc. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. So one anime slash novel that I kind of like, though I haven't watched or read all of it yet, is Konosuba. Um, the Konosubarashi Sekai ni Shukufuku wo sort of parody isekai with Aqua and oh, what is his name? What is his name? I always forget the MC's name, but it's like Aqua and Megumin and is it Darkness are like the supporting characters. But I found that there was a tabletop RPG book for it. So, and I like to collect, Dungeons and Dragons type stuff. So, I picked up this, and I have not read through to see what kind of a system it is, but some point I will go through and see what I think of. Oh yeah, I bounced off that one. Yeah, it's I can get like how it's a bit different. Some of it I'm not super into, but like I think it's a decent parody of the isekai genre in most cases. And oh yeah, last one was I'm not familiar with this manga magazine, but it came with a cute sort of illustrated plastic sleeve that I forget what they call it in Japan, but I think it's sort of like a little file folder type of thing that you keep documents in or something. But it's called Galette, and it's issue number 32. I haven't looked through what let's see what it says on the back, what manga chapters it has in it. It's Watashi wa kimi no kami da yo. So that's like I haven't heard of that one, but it's like I am your god or something like that. Chapter 4. Hoken shitsu no ano onna. So that woman in the nurse's room. Chapter 13. Watashi no kawaii koneko-chan. So, oh, I think I have a couple of volumes of that, or something with a similar title, but it's like My Cute Kitten, chapter 24, and That Girl Day in the Light, chapter 4. So I'll have to check those out. All right, let's get these put back away. There we go. Mount Fuji was really fun. Um, so I think I was saying about the how we got there early enough to actually get good pictures before the clouds covered it. And then I was saying about the pagoda that you see in a lot of pictures of Fuji, that we climbed so many steps up to. It's so steep, but it was so worth it. Um, right. So then we were coming down from the pagoda, and the wind started picking up real nasty and blew like I had all this like tree detritus in my hair and dirt was getting kicked up in my face, and that's when the clouds started to come in, and covering Fuji. So we got inside to this cute little ramen place, and oh, it was so good, so tasty. Um, and then after that, we went to uh, yeah, we went over to the lake, Kawaguchiko Lake, and they had a little cruise boat that just kind of went out around the lake, and there was some really great views of Fuji, and it's I I don't know if like it's a unique experience with Mount Fuji or if I'm just not used to being around such large imposing mountains, but it was very stunning view of just like knowing how big Fuji is and seeing it firsthand is a very different experience, and it was very awe-inspiring, I guess is a good word. Um and even without Mount Fuji, it's a really beautiful area. Um Lots of great uh greenery, scenery, all that. And the lake is beautiful, Lake Kawaguchiko. And then we were gonna go up the panoramic ropeway, that's right by where you get on the lake cruise. But they were saying that it was gonna take um the time it was gonna take to wait in line uh to get to the rope to in onto the ropeway, and then the time to get up, and then the time to get back down. It was going to go past. So we had bus tickets for a specific time to return back to Tokyo. So we had to skip that, unfortunately. But we went back to towards the bus station from there, and enjoyed a nice. Well, I had a nice matcha latte with a view of Fuji from the this little cafe that was on like the third floor of a building near the train and bus station. What else was fun? So, we stayed at the Tokyo Dome Hotel. So the Tokyo Dome is the baseball stadium for the Yomiuri Giants, and so it was spring training time. So there were some nights where there was a game on. So the hotel and its surroundings were quite busy. And then it wasn't just baseball either. I think there was one night where there was like I'm not sure if it was boxing or MMA or something like that, but there were advertisements all over for uh whoever it was versus whoever. And that night when we came back through past the dome, it was around the time that everyone was leaving, so it was quite crowded. Um the and oh right, just south of that neighborhood is the neighborhood of Jimbocho, which is known as like a used bookstore. Just almost every other store was like a little used bookstore, and it wasn't just books. They had um, there was one store I went into that had like old telephone cards. So um, back when payphones were a thing, you could get these. I don't know, maybe they still do them because I did still see a few payphones here and there. But you could get this like little card to pay for your phone calls with, and they had all sorts of designs on them. The ones that they had at this bookstore were like movie posters and actors in like the full getup of like the characters and stuff. I don't know if they were actual from like the actual movie or like a promotional thing where they just got dressed up and did some posing. But they also had a lot of like movie posters, full-size movie posters and books about movies. But I specifically picked up what caught my eye from the street was they had some shelves out front of the store, and the very first thing I saw was the full 5-volume collection of um what's it called, the Manyo, yeah, Manyo Shu, so the book of 10,000 leaves, which is a very old, I think the maybe the oldest collection of Japanese poetry, and I'd been wanting to get like a copy, and they just so happen to have one right there, and I got it for good price. And it's one of those where it's like it goes through uh sort of poem by poem or line by line or something like that, and it gives you like the original text and like a modern Japanese translation and an explanation of what it's about and the history, who wrote it, and all that. And it's gonna give me many hours of reading to do. But it's it's very interesting stuff. Um, what got me on to the Manyoshu was the in the beginning of Shin Megami Tensei 5, uh the main character is like walking to school reading a volume because I guess it's like being studied in class or whatever, and they specifically quote one of the poems as like the theme to the game. Let me see what that is. Shin Megami Tensei 5 poem Manyoshu. So the English translation here is when I contemplate the brevity of man's life, I am indifferent to worldly things. How many are the days I spend in thought? And it's like the very first poem in a particular collection in one of the volumes. I I don't know that much about the history or the author or anything yet, but that's probably a good starting point for me since that's where my interest in it started. But yeah, all right. I am gonna get on to the server, the play the mod pack. But first, get let me make sure that my Stream Deck is working for OBS. It was before, and go to BRB because I need to use the restroom and get some a refill on my water. So see you in a few minutes. All right. Modpack thought it was Monhun, didn't read the title. LMAO. Yeah. Yeah, I might play some Monhun later, depending on how much I want to get done in on the server. But let's see. Um, okay, so Minecraft's running. Let me make sure that the audio is being captured by OBS, because that's one tricky thing. Yeah, let's go game, and then I'll need to manually, oops. There we go. And is it? No, it's not being captured by OBS right now. So let me go into my graphing thing and hook it up. Okay, now you should be able to hear it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so Minecraft's a bit different. So at first I ran into the issue of being able to capture... Oh, the server isn't on this version of it. It doesn't matter if I misspell it or whatever. Play test 3. I just need the server address. So the way I was running also heard a Discord ping, just so you're aware. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's... I know why. Let me mute... Discord, there we go. Usually I have it auto-detect that I'm streaming and not do that. So I'll just manually mute it there and figure out what's going on later. But yeah, so I was running, I'm blocking the chat a little bit. Let me lower myself down a little bit. There we go. So I was running it through Flatpak, the Flatpak installation, which sort of runs it in its own little sandbox, so that things are sort of kept separate. But the way that I capture the games, one usually uses Vulkan, but Minecraft still uses OpenGL, I'm pretty sure. I think I had heard that they were working on a Vulkan version, but I think it says here, doesn't it? Yeah, 4.6 for profile, that's OpenGL. So, I couldn't get there is a flatback version of the program I used to capture, but it wasn't I think it's mainly designed to be used with like Steam, the flatpak version of Steam. Let's see, I wanted to do some Steam engine stuff. But I couldn't get it to work with Minecraft, so I tried installing the Prism launcher a couple different ways. And oop, the saw got me. Need to put up a safety railing or something. What I was trying to do was that, which of course isn't going to work. So I installed Prism Launcher the other two ways, which was like, at least you saw it. Indeed. Oh, hello there, spam. Let me ban you. There we go. Feel free to trim the branches. Yeah, I probably will. So yeah, there's like an app image, which is not sandbox, but it's like the app and all its dependencies in one sort of executable. They can just run directly. And then the other was like a unzip into like its own folder and then everything's separate. But then so I could get the capture working with that, either of those, instead of the Flatpak one. But then I couldn't get the game to launch because of some sort of checksum check doesn't work because Fedora uses a different version of a library that does the checksumming. So I had to find a Java add-on for how it launches Minecraft to ignore the checksum. What am I doing? So I wanted a Steam engine. So I need some brass. Oh, I didn't think to check if there was actually stuff in here. Okay, so there are some blocks here, which I'm then going to want to go back anyway, because we don't have... there's so many things I want to do, and then I have to, like, figure out what I'm going to do first in my head. Let's see here. So, like, one thought I had was that it would be nice to have, oh yeah, all the waypoints are gone. I'll have to see if I can copy that over from the other installation. But one thought I had was to make some of these machines that we have over here in the factory so that we wouldn't have to run around. Right. That's one problem with streaming while I'm trying to figure stuff out is, like, I can't do two things at once, unfortunately. Not very easily, at least. Tank, no, I don't need that. I don't think I need rods. I needed zinc, though. What else did I need? I just yap until I forget what I was doing, yeah. That will probably happen with me plenty as well. Let's see here. So I need 2 of these. So that's copper. Copper large plates and copper plates. I don't even have a hammer, so let's grab a hammer. And some copper. Right, so I need to cut up some plates and some large plates into plates. I'm gonna have just enough. There we go. And then, yeah, this one needs one as well. Then I need zinc plates and andesite alloys. So for zinc plates... What's the best way to do that? Saw block to large plates, then small. Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. So I need andesite. How many did I need? There we go. Oh right, I was gonna make 3 of these, wasn't I? Because I think that's what the level 4 can handle. Um, brass large plates, copper plates. Need more copper. Right, I need small plates. And then brass large plates. There we go. And then I need 6 copper large plates, 3 shafts, and a brass plate. Okay, saw these large into small. And then I need does that actually work? Oh, that's zinc. That's why it's not working. Okay, now it was steam engine at the bottom, 3 shafts, and then copper large plates on the sides, and topped off with a brass plate. There we go. I'm gonna need some food. What do I want to get? Some carrots, I guess, and actually, there was stuff cooking in the kitchen, wasn't there? Ooh. Some bread, some bacon. Oh yeah, another idea I had was to go mining for stuff. To make sure we had plenty of things. So with, it seemed like you were mostly finding stuff somehow above ground and then digging straight down into it. Is there some sort of prospecting mechanic? Where am I going? Yeah, you find pebbles. Oh, okay, so like these, and then you dig straight down from there and figure out what it is. Tin, okay. Is there something in particular you think I should specifically aim for? Like, seems like we have a good amount of tin and copper and stuff. Should I be finding like iron and coal? Oh, is parkour not enabled? How do I do that again? Control P. There we go. Coal is a bit explosive though. Oh, our tin and copper are full. Zinc, iron, and coal are kind of lacking. Coal is a bit explosive though. Do not put a torch on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does sound like it would not be fun. Right. Need another shaft. I should be good to just connect all the steam engines together on the big one, right? And that'll just add to the total amount of stress units available in our power network. Remember telling that to Maxine, and then moments later heard them explode. Or would it be beneficial to have, like, separate ones? Where did that... Is it not updating? Connecting them is mostly better for more stress. If you just... the grappling hook is way stronger. I'm not sure what you mean about the grappling hook. Oh, if you jump, the grappling hook is way stronger. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Because then you're not, you're sort of escaping friction or whatever. Yeah. So where did that other shaft go? Because I had 3 of them, didn't I? Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't like this engine. Weird. Restart? Okay. Just log out and back in, or fully restart the Minecraft? Oh, okay. Restarting the server. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about a mod to, like, to involve kneading bread. I did find mention of one from, like, 2017, uh, but I guess no updates or something like that, so I'm guessing it's not currently available. Let me take a look, because I don't think I searched for it. I just found, like, a forum post or something. Minecraft, I think it was called Bread Mod. I think one of the add-ons for Farmer's Delight has that, probably not modular though. And it's for gingerbread. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that. Um, yeah, this is not the one I saw before. This one has like a bread sword you can make. Um, bread mod, kneading. Serve is up. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, the only thing I see about the bread mod that I found before was this forum post, and it's like 2016, 2017. So definitely not updated for this version. Okay, let's see. There we go. Yeah, so based on level 4 has 65,000 by 2 engines, and each engine does 16,000, so can add 2 more. Yep, just creating it seems. Isn't technology fun? Yeah, I wonder if it would benefit us to actually connect this to the big one, instead of the water pump one. So it sounds like from what you were saying, having them as like a separate network wouldn't be worth it versus just making them all connected together and working on one system of shafts and cogs. Let's see, what else did I wanna? What was I thinking of? Yeah, join networks just have more power, so nice. Okay. Probably have an axe with me. Oops. Well, not the cleanest, but I think that'll work. Okay. Do I want to build or do I want to mine? Let's get some stuff to mine. That music's a bit loud for me. Okay. Put away this stuff. Let's see here. Probably want some armor. Blessed iron leggings of stubbornness. Well, I am quite stubborn. And then feet. Shoes, boots. There we go. Aquatic. Swim speed. And then there was a shovel that I was using. Yep. And then some sort of sword. Maybe? Or was it kind of like the spears. What was it? Glaive? Pike? Then let me make sure I have some variety of food. Watermelon or berries? Yeah, let's get some blueberries. Is that everything I need? Oh, yeah, heavy armor makes me slower. Good to know. Slow movement speed on the jousting armor. Okay. How about that instead then? That works. Okay. Let's go to the milking machine before I head off. And then it would be useful to have... Let me double check the... I can pull in these coordinates that Lyra shared. So I don't remember which ones they were. Um... Let's see. Where would that be? What is this waypoints mod called? And where would it store its stuff? Um, journey map, right? So let's look in the config. Is there a journey map folder? I don't see one. Here we go, waypoint config. Open path. Back from the dead. My PC had a heart attack. Oh no. Well, I hope it's okay now. I touched a GPU port and it died for a bit, but yeah. Oh. Okay, so there's no waypoints there. Not even the port, just a DisplayPort cable. No clue how or why. Well, that doesn't sound good. If there was a short from just touching a cable. But now my graphics tablet is working as I reordered my USB real quick. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna use a little try one more thing here. Do a grep for not a short. Something went wrong as my PC refused to turn on for a bit after. Had to fully stop for like 1 to 2 seconds before turning on. Hmm. Okay, let's try find dash iname waypoints. Okay, maybe this is a Minecraft. Journey map, data, MP. Uh-oh, there's two folders. Overworld. Waypoints. Okay, here we go. Let's try copying these over. Can I refresh? Probably not. Oh well. Thankfully I just finished working on the mod pack and was just about to start working a bit on the game project. You want to move the entire journey map folder. Oh, okay. Yes, right into overwrite. There we go. And I recommend moving options.txt. Server is not really needed right now since you already have it, and distant horizons folder. Okay. Distant horizons. The distant horizons server data. Options has your keybinds and options. Yeah, I already copied that over so that I wouldn't have to redo all my keybinding shenanigans. Distant horizons just move the entire thing. Okay. So when I go into the instance, Wretched Continents, Minecraft, there's a distant underscore horizons underscore server underscore data folder. Are you talking about a different one somewhere? Is it in config, maybe? Yeah, not seeing distant horizons there. Let me do a folder find. Yeah, distant horizons server data. Okay, I'll just copy that over. Right into, there we go. Okay, let's try refreshing and see if the waypoints are detected. Nope. Oh well. Maybe I have to completely redo, completely shut down Minecraft and all that. Reconnect, no need for a restart. Yeah, it doesn't. I did do a reconnect and it didn't seem to refresh the waypoints. Did I name the server the same? Oh, no, I didn't. That would be it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Which instance am I running of this anyway? I have no idea if I'm even copying stuff into the right folder. I'll figure that out later. But I can try. So I don't think this is the right folder. Let me try. This one. Prism Launcher, Instances, Wretched Continents, Minecraft. Yeah, here we go. Copy, overwrite. And then journey map. Copy, overwrite. Make sure I'm copying over stuff correctly. Not that one, this one. There we go. Okay, so now that should work. Let's get some water. And still not working. Oh well. Do you happen to know... Oh. Which these might be iron or coal or whatnot? Or is there a direction you haven't gone yet to search for these that I could check out? Oh, I didn't bring any torches. That might help. Let's see if it does the same silly thing that it was doing with you yesterday, where it was grabbing over there. Yep. And slurp. Oh, some melons over here. Oops. Back from second crash. I think it was just my power supply cable being a bit loose. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. And my GPU cable grabbed it twice now, yeah. Well, it's good that you figured out the source of the issue. So hopefully it's resolved now. But hey, now my pen tablet works. Nice. Also stream is lagging. Not sure if it's me though. Uh, Let me check OBS. Oh yeah, I've got dropped frames. What is going on here? Oh, and I'm not recording for some reason. Um, what does Twitch say? Let's open up the inspector. Um, Unstable events. Networking or encoding issues. Let me do a quick speed test. I think that should tell me if I'm having internet issues. Well, download speed's good. Let's see what upload speed looks like. I think the internet provider did show up the other day and I didn't get the details, but I guess they're working on something. Yeah, the upload speed looks fine. I'm getting 100 megabits, or over 100 megabits, even. Low latency too. Um, is it? Does it look like it's maybe resolved itself now? The inspector says it's stable again. OBS seems to be happy again. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me see if maybe it's an encoding issue. I don't think anything else is running on. Yeah, nothing else is taking up any resources on the computer. Well, let's see if it's working now. Come on, put down a torch, please. Really getting into the woods now. I haven't seen any pebbles over this way just yet. Will the pebbles show up no matter how deep the vein is, or is it like specifically for surface, close to the surface stuff? Oops. Archaic bricks. I'm guessing I don't want to look in there. Hearing noises. All except ocean. Oh. Hi. Goodbye. Giant flower. Okay, I need to turn off parkour because, oh, no, that's not parkour doing that, where it faces what you're climbing, I guess? Also, after 4 years of use, I remved my removed my tablet's screen protector, and it's fresh AF. Nice. That is combat mode. Oh, okay. And I shall disable combat mode. It was blurred in the center after 4 years of use. Yeah, I can imagine, because you'd be doing all this scratching into the softer plastic with the pen. Antelope. Yeah, I'm seeing OBS is still kind of not happy. It's going down into the red again. Problem is they no longer sell the screen protectors. Ah, that sucks. I wonder why it's giving me so much trouble today. Oh, well, here's some pebbles. Oops. What is that doing? Thin air? Oh, well, there's andesite. Am I likely to find something else, or is it just andesite? chloride stone. Signal torch. Oh, for the... just to let off those particles and be more noticeable. Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, I guess I'll do andesite. Or is there likely to be something else here? Andesite is not an ore vein candidate, so yeah. Okay, cool. So if I keep digging, I should find something. Digging straight down always makes me so nervous. Bauxite. I saw that you need it for making the reinforced, Did you see what happened to me yesterday digging down? I mean, no. Was that when you were in that big cave with, like, the lava flow? And yeah, I did see you in there with, like, a bunch of your corpses that you were trying to get back at. Yep. Either I'm, like, just a little bit off from this vein, or it's really deep down. So what am I at? I'm at, 19. Oh, the bauxite is the vein. Okay. But yeah, this is a nice song. What was that sound? Oh, it's aluminum. I see. I thought it sounded familiar. The map? Oh, some sort of a um mine shaft. Yeah, let me set this to there we go. Um yeah, so let's try digging in that direction. Oh, hello. Calcite and asurine. Running low on torches. But I think there's the end of it. Here we go. So I guess this is just a decorative type of rock. Yeah, it is very pretty. Nice blue. And that's last of my torches. Well, I got almost 2 stacks of bauxite. I guess I can finish that up and then head back. I'm guessing we're a couple of tiers of technology away from really making use of aluminum, but good to have some. Ouch. Feels like I should not have taken damage there. Mostly used for blast furnaces, yeah, right now. Okay. Um, nope. The way leaves slow you down in this pack still messes me up. So used to vanilla, just treating it like another block. Uh-oh. Oops. I'm way off course. Should probably do some harvesting while I'm way over here. Aside from the lettuce, is there something I should prioritize that's not going to be available in summer? Garlic and lettuce, okay. Oh, you said all the ones we have planted, basically, yeah. Probably a good idea to just have more food in general. Nope. Running out of space. Should I just load stuff up in here, or should I take it back to the kitchen, or... Yeah, that one's the main one for now. Okay. Except carrots. Got it. Okay. Let me just get tucked away in here real quick. And then take a short bathroom break. Alright. See you in a few minutes. Oops. There we go. And I've just realized that, I think I've been playing with just chatting this entire time. Yep. Alright, let's actually get into the Minecraft category, because that's actually what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, OBS is still showing the number of drop frames going up. It's looks like it's okay now, but I wonder if it's something to do with my encoder settings, because I think it was happening when I was running around and there's like a lot of changes happening on the screen. No, that doesn't seem to affect it. Okay, I don't know then. Okay. What else did I want to do here? Let's go ahead and put away this stuff. Um, yeah, I don't need the armor. Oops. No, no. I want it there. Oh, I guess I could have done that differently. Um, yeah, what else can I do? I could make the extra engines, but I don't know that we really need them right now. Um, oopsies. I don't have my wrench on me. Or my goggles. Is there anything else we could, like, I should make, maybe? I wonder? let's see. There's this... Yeah, I think my mind's just kind of all over the place with Minecraft stuff. If you want to embrace hell, you can get chunk loader. uh, I think I want to hold off on that for now. My previous experience with the Nether in this mod pack, was, quite enough for the moment, I think. Yeah, I think my brain is just all over the place for Minecraft right now, so let me actually switch. Yeah, let's